I moved to San Francisco almost a year and a half ago from the East Coast, and it's one of those decisions I'm going to look back on for the rest of my life. And I didn't move here for tech or startups or AI. I moved here for friends. And that's definitely an answer that surprises a lot of people here. And it definitely surprised me. I grew up on the East Coast, went to school there, worked and lived there after college, and I never thought I would move out here. I remember when I was applying to schools undergrad, I didn't apply to any beyond maybe like Michigan. California seemed so much further than that. And it just didn't seem in the cards for me. And just honestly, through pure serendipity, through an email actually, I met the people who would become some of my closest friends, even my romantic partner, the people who I wanted to move across the country for, to live this next chapter of my life with. And it feels especially meaningful because for a while, whether consciously or subconsciously, I don't know if it was in the cards for me. Friends, community. And I'm not saying I didn't have friends. I had friends, really close friends in New York. But I didn't have that sort of like friend group or community that you have like when you're in college. And I don't think I realized how much I missed that, how much I yearned for that until I found it. And it feels especially meaningful because I spent so much time on my own. I lived alone, I traveled alone, and I never really consciously said, like, I'm going to find my community, I'm going to find my friends, my group of friends. Because it's one thing to have friends and another thing to belong to a group. I feel like belonging is almost dependent upon it being a group as opposed to a single person. And moving here and making that choice has really changed my life in ways that I didn't know or could have forecasted. And it's not in any sort of like grandiose way or anything. It's honestly just the simplest thing. It's friendship. Being able to see my friends on a Tuesday night for dinner or loitering around the city. Sometimes we'll hang out even a few days in a row and it doesn't feel weird. I think it's actually probably weirder that we are hanging out multiple days in a row. Because I feel like there's this story that I definitely believed and got taught growing up that friendship fades the deeper you get into adulthood. Careers take precedent, families and relationships start to shape up, and friendship is one of the things that starts to go first in those places. And I feel like that's something that a lot of us believe. It's definitely something I believed. And it doesn't have to be true. It's just a story we tell ourselves and a story that other people told these people and all the way down the line. And it's not one that I want to live by. It's not one that I live by. Friendship is everything to me. It is the thing that has changed my life. And for someone who spent a lot of time alone, who had this multi-year journey for meaning and purpose, it's being around friends who love me as I am and who reflect back that I'm loved, that has made the biggest difference. Any sort of burden or heaviness I carried just sort of fell away when I moved here. I realized this is the most important thing. This friendship, this intimacy that comes from living life with each other. Not just catching up, every other week or something, or having to coordinate time to fit in a 1 hour hangout during the week, but like actually living life together has been the biggest thing. And it's something that I feel really grateful to have found in my friends here, that not only do they have that priority, but their actions reflect it too. Because words are just empty without action. And I got so lucky. I feel like I hit the lottery by moving here and meeting these people. And when I think about what's different now versus, I don't know, a year, 2 or 3 ago, it's them. I don't need to, work a soulful job. I don't need to be working to evolve consciousness or anything. I can just be myself, and that's it. That's more than enough. And for that scared, hurt part of me who felt like he wasn't enough, that he needed to prove his value or worth by, at first, working a prestigious job and then later being of service to the world. None of that matters with them. And all those were also just stories that this younger me believed, that are so clearly not true now that I'm with them. And I don't know where life is headed. I have no idea where it'll take me. What I do know is that with, I don't know, 99.9% certainty, that my friends will be the ones who take me where I need to go. Wherever they go, I go. It's as simple as that. I'll end with this quote that I feel like captures what I'm saying in 1 minute as opposed to the 9 minutes it's taken me for me to say this. If you want to become a better person, there is one developmental assignment that comes before all others. You need to be in a social context where you are reminded every day that you are good. Not good in some vague philosophical way. I mean practically, concretely. You are of benefit to other people. Your opinions count. Your jokes are funny. You have talents. Your contributions matter. And I'd add to that, you matter.